Hello, everybody. Welcome back
guys.
to another episode of Spook Coast to Coast. Happy Mother's Day
Happy
edition.
Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's
Yes,
Day,
happy
Jenny
Mother's Day,
and
everybody.
Joy.
Enjoy.
Thank you for being
Everybody
here.
out there.
And to all the mothers out in the chat, happy Mother's Day to you guys. I hope you had a wonderful day with your loved ones. Um, we have a great show, but before we do that, there are some things I wanted to touch up on. First, please, if you haven't already watched, Joy and Joey just released an episode 4 days ago on the haunted Victorian farmhouse investigation, which was awesome. Be careful
Thank
with
you,
the
guys.
black widows and the gases in the attic.
Yes.
You heard that, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome location. Corey, now, how many times have you investigated with Corey as of that point?
Might have been
I
third,
think it was the second or third time.
second or third time.
Oh yeah, he's
No.
awesome.
Yeah, at that house was the second. It was filmed in December, so I'm a little late. I'm a little slow getting
I
in.
like
But
watching.
I
I
liked
like
it.
watching you
I
guys.
thought it was good.
Yeah,
That
thank
was really
you. Aw, thank you. I know Joey's kind of boring.
No, I think you guys are all freaking hilarious. And John too, because he was like
Thank you.
Yeah,
all up in that video.
I liked his reactions.
Hey Native, hi Haunting Angels, Limestone.
Hey, Haunting
Yeah,
Angel.
yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
everybody. Happy
Limestone.
Mother's Day to you guys. Hey,
Arnie,
Arnie.
what's
What's up,
up,
Arnie?
What other things? Oh, Showtime.
Yeah, so
Oh,
starting next week, we're going to be doing, instead of 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Pacific
Every
Standard
episode
Time.
moving forward. Yeah. Every
Yeah,
episode.
everything moving forward. Correct. So, guys, don't forget.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm
So,
excited
a little
for
earlier.
today's guest. Well, I'm excited for everybody, but today we have a special guest coming on. If you are familiar with the Sharon Tate murders or the Manson family, then I'm sure you've heard about David Oben. He lives just a couple houses down. I'll let him explain his stuff. He has an awesome movie that I just that's out. Go check it out. We'll talk about that in the show. But yeah, you want to bring him on?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Alrighty.
welcome, David.
David Oben.
Well, first off, let me say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, since it is that day of the year. Again, thank you all for having me on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you for being here.
Oh,
Yeah, super excited.
Come on. Jeez.
David, first thing I wanted to say, I love your shirts.
Yeah.
I watched your live. Joy, I know, had commented on it, but I love the shirt. That was my favorite shirt out of all the shirts that you wore. Was the shirt from this past Friday? I
The
thought it was
colorful
awesome.
ghost shirt, yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool.
If you guys ever watch him on his YouTube lives, you'll recognize that shirt.
Yeah,
Yes.
super cool shirts. I like it.
It is
I
a
like
cool shirt.
Well, thank you. I got those last Halloween from, God, I'm doing an unsolicited plug for GoDaddy. Not GoDaddy, it was harddaddy.com. And that's where I got the shirts. That's where I got this from. This is like last year's Halloween shirt, and I had bought 4 different versions of these shirts. They all had different patterns of ghosts and stuff. So I just love them. And I pull them off because obviously the others that I have are orange and black. Well, quote unquote, too Halloweenish. This you can wear year round, and you can't get accused of being Halloweenish.
Yeah. Well, I have a Halloween shirt, and I don't care.
Oh,
People
yes.
say.
There you go.
You got a scare face. What's the character's name?
It's great. Ghostface.
Ghostface, right?
Yeah.
Ghostface. That's
Yeah.
That's also from Scary Movie.
Yeah. One of my favorite series.
One of my other
Hey,
favorite
Mela.
mothers out there, Mela from Black Smoke Paranormal. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Hope you had a
Mother's
great
Day.
trip.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So I usually do a icebreaker with the guests, and you, sir, no exception. So I happen to see, a lot of investigators have been into your house.
Oh, but you made it believe, Armando.
No.
Well, that's the show, everybody. See you next week.
There we go. Turn into a ghost.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
What was that? Wait a second.
Who's coming next week?
No. I'll be right back. Trust me, you'll be happy.
We'll be right
Yeah, you'll
back.
be happy to see me.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. What's happening? He is a
That's
ghost.
great.
Oh my goodness!
Happy Mother's Day.
For real.
So,
Well,
a lot
actually,
of
what I was doing was I was noticing that the figurines, the famous figurines on top of the aquarium over there,
yes,
were knocked over.
that's
Two of them were
actually
knocked over. So I
what
said,
was
"Hey,
gonna-
It knocked over, he said.
that's
So
actually what I was going to tell you about or ask
Oh.
you about. So a lot of investigators have pointed to that area and things have fallen over.
yes."
So my icebreaker question to you:
Must
I
have
noticed
been
that you have a
Oh,
lot
yes.
of stuff from Beetlejuice. Are you looking forward to the new movie that's coming out? What's your opinion on it? Do you think it's gonna be good? You must have loved the first one if you have
Oh.
memorabilia from it.
Oh no, I love the first one, but let's be honest. I've been waiting 2 lifetimes to watch, 2 generations to wait for that movie. Seriously,
Yeah.
38 years. I'm like, was I happy to see Top Gun 2? What? No,
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I
Let's be
felt the
honest.
same about Anchorman 2. I think they waited way too long to do another sequel.
You're
The
2
first one was
generations removed from the humor of Anchor. Well, it would be Anchorman 3 because they did have Anchorman 2, if you remember,
Yeah, back
Right.
to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day, which was smart. But to do Anchorman 3 30 years
3.
later,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like
no,
a
that's
generation and a half removed. And who are you marketing it to? The generation of their 40s and their sick to their.
That nobody.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, it's not. And let's be honest, the humor of Anchorman was like comparable to Married with Children. I don't
Yeah.
think the humor resonates in this present day and age in the context of what kids find humorous. They poo-pooed Seinfeld today in this day and age. Okay,
true.
Yeah.
I think there's a cog missing in the machinery there. There's the disconnect that people are making. It's like, Beetlejuice, really? Now? Paranormal's in, let's do Beetlejuice too.
They just
You're
want to
about-
market all the older stuff, which is better.
Yeah, they want to bring it back.
Too
I
late,
get it.
you know?
I get it. It's just
I don't know.
I
I
love
hate
Michael
that.
Keaton. I love Michael.
I
Keaton.
love him. Look,
That's my favorite Batman too. Michael Keaton.
just gonna say, why the hell did they have to find other people to play Batman than Keaton? Because he was the best. I mean,
He's
you've
my
got 12
favorite.
different guys reprising the role. No offense, but Ben Affleck.
God awful.
Come on, George
Kilmer.
Clooney.
Clooney.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
And
Bale was good.
Bale's-
I'll admit, Bale was really good.
I was just gonna say, Mr.
I like Christian
Angry
Bale.
Man.
Batman.
I'm
Batman.
Christian the Bales.
But they
I
have-
like to yell a lot. I'm a yeah, Christian
Yeah,
Bale.
That's the same thing
He
they
is
did
still
with
my
Spider-Man. They did with Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing they did with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man. After all these different, I don't know. I'm tired of franchising any goddamn motion picture. If you're gonna do more than 3 of them, cut it off there. Not like Jason 15
Yeah.
or Halloween 20. Speed. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of movies, do you want to tell us about your movie? I started. I still haven't
Oh,
finished it, but
yes.
so far so good.
Where did
Please,
you
the
get it?
house at the end of the drive. Tell us
Yeah,
about
where
it.
are you in the scene of the movie, by the way? Just
I
like-
think I'm where he's at the point where he gets out of the bed. I think I'm still in the beginning parts.
You mean he gets out of the bed and he goes upstairs?
Yeah, he goes in the hallway. But you know what? It does freeze on me, so I might have to watch it on my phone because watching it on my TV freezes. So I think I end up falling asleep. Not saying your movie's boring, but at night I have to. It kept falling asleep. And I ended up passing out. But I think I have to watch it on my phone.
Seriously, watch when you're awake so you can enjoy it. God.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it with him since he knows about it now. I was like, I'm not waiting for him because
That's a problem. You're gonna wait.
yeah, if I wait for him, we're never gonna watch it. So
Yeah, it's just sometimes when we use the link for the TV,
yeah,
it freezes, and then it's hard to catch a signal.
But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great. So the main actor is you, right? Supposed to be you?
The main actor is me. It's based on a guy in my story. Basically, there's some obvious embellishments in it that we had to do for narrative's sake, you know.
Right.
It's not like in the two stories as I built the house that we're in, but in the story of the movie, since we're talking about the movie, it's about a guy gets thrown out on his ass by his girlfriend, and he's forced to find a place. He goes to his best friend, who is a realtor, and his girlfriend to talk to them, and he ends up staying there a night or two, and they find him a place to live and a place he could buy because he wants to buy a house. He doesn't want to live in apartments. He says that's not good. He's too old for that kind of crap and paying rent that goes nowhere. So he finds the guy finds him, or his friend finds him a place on this private drive, and he goes into steal. It's $600,000, and it's like, why is it so cheap? Well, the guy just moved out. He left in a scurry. There's all his furniture and clothing still here. You can take it, leave it, throw it out, do whatever you want. He says. So he basically buys the place and moves in and starts having
roommates.
Yeah, he has unseen roommates, which is parallel to me, except in his case, he's freaking the hell out. He doesn't know if it's in his head or if it's really happening to him.
Right, yeah.
And it's like to tell you the whole story would be terrible, but in a nutshell, he invites his realtor friend over with his his girlfriend, and on a blind date, it turns out they're getting together on the 46th anniversary of these terrible murders that took place, turns out, down the street from where he lives, which is similar to my story. And then, like I said, I'll just leave you with that. I can't give the whole movie away. But
it's really cool so far because it's like stuff stories that you hear in real life, like people move in places. So this is really cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot more to it. Like I said, I call it a Twilight Zone ghost story thriller.
Well, I can't wait to finish it. I'm probably going to finish it tonight.
Well, it's not a slasher film. Yes, there are elements of blood because you can't have stabbings and mutilations without blood, but it's not gratuitous. It fits in, and trust me, when I say it's not gratuitous, there's this one scene that's a lot of the movie, let's be honest, is 50% is fiction, but more than 50, I gotta say less than 50% is fiction, but there is more than 50% of it is based on true incidents that have taken place. One of the incidents, like I said, the disemboweling scene. Did you get to the disemboweling scene yet?
I got no. The guy was peeing. Somebody was peeing.
You haven't got it. There's a scene in the film that is directly inspired verbatim from what Dr. Barry Taff had said he had experienced here when he came to the house after his first visit. He said he was having weird, violent sexual nightmares.
Oh, wow. No,
and I said, what is a weird, violent sexual nightmare, Barry? And he goes, well, I'll tell you. I'm in this dream, I go to sleep and I wake up and I see myself being caressed by 3 topless women. And they're massaging me and they're caressing me, and all of a sudden they start dripping candle wax on my stomach. And he looks down, he says, all of a sudden I look down at my stomach and I start feeling pain, sharp pain coming from my stomach. And as I look up, he goes, I noticed that there are 3 women are now gutting me, literally disemboweling my stomach. And I'm like, oh crap. And he's like, well, that's not it. I said, what do you mean that's not it? He goes, I get up in the middle of that dream. I shake myself up. I'm in a cold sweat. I go into the kitchen. I make myself something to drink, warm up some milk. And I sit there and I read the newspaper, the comics, and the funnies. And I try to just decompress and get it out of my head.
Are these based off of your experiences in the house?
No, this is my experiences. By the way, on that Joy and Joy on that link, there's no / after it, I found out. So you got
Oh, really? Okay.
just
Well,
back
I typed. Yeah, it worked for me. It worked for me when I plugged it. I typed it directly into the TV, and it worked with a /.
well, I tried it a couple times, and apparently, take it off because I think it might be a mirrored site that somebody set up as a site that people can use to steal people's information from. So
Well, I went directly to your Oman, the Oman House, directly to your site.
Really?
Yeah, I went directly to your site. Yeah,
the link for
the link is
everything
directly from
the
your
books,
site, David.
we have it on the description for this show, anyways.
Yeah, the books is like the 𝐶𝒎𝒏.com, but I mean the / at the end, I think is what I kept.
Okay. I'll take it off right now. Let me type it in.
It's right in the description for the YouTube.
For this show.
It's on there. It's without the /, so it goes
Okay.
right.
So I'll copy it to yours too,
Sure.
Jen, and then I'll take off the /. Okay.
Yeah. So like
let me delete mine on my side. I'm going back and forth. I'm multitasking.
Sure, no, I understand that well. What was I just saying right now? By the way, bring me back on the track that we were just on.
About the dreams.
Oh, so so he goes, I go in the kitchen, I make this stuff, I drink, I clear my head, I go back to bed, and he goes, as soon as I get back to sleep, dream picks up right where it left off. I'm like, what? He goes, I'm back in the bed, the same 3 broads are on top of me, gutting my stomach. I'm like, what? He goes, I wake up again. I go into the kitchen. I spend a half an hour totally trying to clear my head. I go back to bed half an hour later, and it starts up again where it left off. I said, oh my God. He goes, shut up. Oh my God, David. It's been going on for 4 nights in a row.
Wow.
Same dream, same characters, same everything.
Wow.
So we put that into the movie, which you'll get to. But it was amazing because we had shown us a copy at first. The first run copy, as I call it, the director's cut, and we didn't have the scene in it. And the studios, some of the big studios said, look, it needs some nudity. I said, nudity? He goes, yeah, nudity. And I remembered what Dr. Taff had told me about this dream he had while we were shooting the movie initially. And I said, you know something? We're going to set up a shot, and we're going to do that whole sequence over and into the movie. I said, because it was so riveting a story. So we put that in there. There were other scenes, like I said, where the dog, like my dog in real life, used to bark insanely at the front door.
Wow.
And he was a Rhodesian Ridgeback. So Ridgebacks, I did my research on the dog breeds. And so I ended up with a Ridgeback because they're really a quiet dog, meaning they're not prone to barking unnecessarily. They're guard dogs. So if there's somebody at the front door, they'll start hearing them first and start barking to notify the homeowner. Right. But they otherwise don't bark. They're not prone to just unnecessary barkings. Mm-hmm. So he used to bark insanely at my apartment. We'd open the door and there'd be somebody there right about to ring the doorbell and knock. And he knew it. He would do that here when he was alive over 1,000 times. And what was interesting is we incorporated that into the movie. There's a scene where we have Lance Henriksen, who reprises the role of my contract laborer, who had the strangest gosh darn experience here during construction, who told us of his wild experience, which I don't want to give it away, but he basically heard voices and footsteps when he was about a year before I actually moved in. He was working here and he heard the sounds. And from the bottom floor, came to the top floor thinking it was my father and I, to find no one here. Wow. So that happened. So he put that in the movie. And Lance, the whole monologue that Lance reprises is 100% based on what was told to me. Now it's like 23 years ago, before the house was done, when I assembled my contract laborers to hear what they were experiencing in the house before they all were, as you say, released to go do other jobs at other locations, since we're now going to the finishing process of the house.
Oh, wow.
So it's like I said, there's a lot of stuff that we have referenced in reality that took place that's literally right embedded in the movie. Oh, yeah, including when I was a kid at my parents' house, about 3 miles as the crow flies west of here, around the corner from where Jan Berry of Jan and Dean, the rock group of the early 60s, lived. They were the precursor to the Beach Boys. They were friends. They were friends with Dennis Wilson and Brian Wilson and all of the gang and stuff. And the Manson girls used to hitchhike up to go to Dan Berry's house to visit him, since he was recuperating from his terrible accident of 1966 on Dead Man's Curve. And my mom used to give these girls rides and would stop in front of our house and say, well, girls, this is where I live, and my name is Mrs. Oman, and this is my son David, and this is as far as I go, because I'm not a chauffeur, but you know how to get to Jan's house from here, and you know that at least you're up past the most treacherous part of the street walk up here, you know, and up the hill. So at least you know that you're safe to get up there from here, you know, blah, blah, blah. In 1970, somebody came into my parents' house when we were all asleep and basically perpetrated the crime of moving objects like my dad's trousers, my mom's purse, my dad's wallet. What else was there? A piece of cake from the kitchen, from the refrigerator in the kitchen, and a slice of Kraft American singles that was wrapped in its cellophane. So the one you lift the cellophane up, they took this piece out and left the other piece intact in the cellophane, wrapped on the table around the swimming pool out at the patio that I found. And on a plate, a little coffee cup plate, was a piece of the Sara Lee chocolate coffee cake that was cut out of the tin that was still there on the table, and the piece that was on the plate had a bite mark out of it. So it was basically as if to let us know that somebody had come into the house while we were all asleep and made their way through our bedrooms and took stuff off of the table right next to the bed, because that's where my mom's purse was, my dad's wallet was, on the opposite side of the bed on his nightstand. And his trousers off of the gosh darn chair, the lounge chair that was right next to the bed.
And
you
guys leave the door open, or like?
No. It was the kitchen sliding glass door was popped open, and in the movie there's a sequence where, because we go back to 1969 to the night of the murders, where they actually take a knife and pop the lock and open it up. Well, that, as a matter of fact, is based on the real incident that took place at that actual sliding glass door window at my parents' house some 55 years ago. Or 54 years ago. And I was the one that found the door open because I was the first one up when I went into the kitchen and saw it. It's like, wait, the rule of the house is the last person out of the kitchen, make sure that all the doors were locked. Well, hello, I was in there, the last person in the kitchen at 10 o'clock at night the night before, and I made sure that the sliding glass door was locked and the side door was locked, and the little, the sliding window onto the front of the house was also locked.
Hey, Shannon.
Oh my God, hold on. Oh my God.
What?
You okay? What?
You guys see that?
What?
What did we?
There's water coming from my ceiling.
Oh my God. Where?
Ooh.
Wait.
What? The ceiling.
I don't know. There's water coming from my ceiling.
The ceiling.
Do you have a sink on above?
Do you have a? You don't have a. You don't have
No,
anything.
I don't
There's
have
no
a
more
floor
floors,
above.
right?
There's nothing
Yeah,
above.
yeah, he's on the top. He's on the top.
No, but
like
a water line going above.
Like a sprinkler. You know, in the newer builds, they put the sprinkler just in case of fire.
well,
you don't have the sprinkler
if that's
system?
the case, if that's all the case, how come it stopped?
Why did I just think of the movie Nightmare on Elm Street when Glenn he comes? I don't know. Don't ask me why.
That's what I just thought.
Freddie
taking a leak.
Oh man, that was the coolest. That,
And all of a sudden,
Johnny
I hear water
Depp,
coming from
unfortunately,
the
but that
goddamn
was
thing. And
cool.
I'm thinking, what the flying is that from?
Oh, geez.
I mean, if I have a busted pipe it's going to continue.
Yeah.
So I have
That's
no
crazy.
goddamn idea what the hell that was.
So Yvette was asking what is happening. So what David was saying, that there's water coming from
The ceiling.
the ceiling.
Mhm.
And he's on the top floor.
I am on the top floor, and it's not like it's
Yeah.
raining outside.
Yeah.
No, it looks very sunny out there.
It's not though, right, Dave? You're not gonna
And it
have
stopped.
yeah.
They, you know, I was talking
I
to
am dumbstruck. I'm sorry. I am just like,
Ron. I know you know Ron 𝗂𝒂𝒏. And
Do you have any ghost
Lourdes.
equipment? See if you have any ghost. Do you have any ghost equipment by you?
You gotta stop.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just look up at the ceiling.
So our previous guests and now friends, Ron and Lourdes, Ron 𝗂𝒂𝒏 and Lourdes Gonzalez, said that his house is like the most craziest activity. One of the places that he's ever been, probably the top place that is like insane.
Insane. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
don't know why.
And he's investigated a bunch of places, and for him to say that, it's kind of similar to
He's having a moment. Yes, he is.
Is it a puddle, David?
No, it's just a few drops, but it's like I don't understand it.
Were we talking about something with a scene that had to do with water from your movie?
No, that was we were just talking about the kitchen and how he secured the kitchen. He was the last one night before. The only thing that he mentioned that was with water was that he found the stuff by the pool. That was the only thing that he mentioned that had anything to do with water.
There's nothing, Yvette. It's all stopped. That's the thing, Yvette. It's completely
that's what's. Huh.
Well, somebody wanted your attention and they got it.
James's
It's
ectoplasm.
ectoplasm.
No, it's water.
What would be interesting is to see you touch the spot where it fell from in the ceiling and see if the ceiling is dry.
No, it's wet. It's coming. It's
wet.
wet in the ceiling. Yeah, it's around a light fixture, a recessed light. So I have no idea. Touch it. I don't know what to make of it.
There's no water lines running above right there.
I mean, there's the sprinkler system, but again, that's super high pressures water lines. Those are the sprinklers. There's no water lines in there because when we built the house, the water lines are going up and going to locations where there are water, where there's faucets such as the bathroom, the kitchen, the sink here.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the ceiling except for these huge, what do you call it? High pressure fire sprinklers.
Okay.
And again, if something up there is leaking, it's going to be so. I had the dubious distinction of actually cutting into one of those pipes. They're like 220 pounds per square inch because they're in the recessed, the recessed fire sprinkler system. So they're at high pressure. When I did, that thing made a huge. It was just. It was flooding.
Like a gusher, like a
gusher. That.
That was just a couple drops. Like somebody was like, "Hey."
That was maybe maybe a half a cup of water total. That was it.
That's still a lot of water out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, exactly.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That's what she said. Very funny, Cross. That's what she said. Yeah.
Everyone wants to investigate your home. I know. So what I was saying before was Ron and Lourdes that investigated your home a few times. They said that over a decade, your home is the most consistently active place that they have been to.
Oh yeah. And the best part about it is it's not a hotel on water, and it's not a hotel that's functional, because in all those cases you got bleed over, meaning you've got people on the top floor of a 10-story ship at the Queen Mary that people can hear down the pipes and in between the walls. It's not like there's so much over contamination.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same with hotels. You know, they're great, but if you go to one that's a functioning hotel and you're not alone, you can't prove anything without you know, proper bleed. Here at
you have
least,
to be careful with contamination. Yeah.
the contamination is just fought. Like here we have 30 cameras. Was it 25 inside and 5 outside, and then one in the garage? And you know, if you say let's get everybody out of here, you're looking at everybody as me.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of contamination. That's why I said in the stuff that we have when we're not looking actively for ghosts.
Yeah.
It's the funniest because we have a video of a girl that was 2 weeks ago today watching the movie in the theater room, and I went upstairs. Have any of the entities come in your dreams? No, they've never. The spirits don't, you know, occupy the subconscious as far as I've ever known. But what was interesting is I came up to the office and I was doing some work. I said, "Oh, let's watch and see how let's check in and see how she's enjoying the movie." Mm-hmm. So I watched, and she's like at the edge of her seat watching the movie. I'm like, "Oh, this is a good sign." And as the scene progressed, I started hearing voices, and I'm thinking, "There's no dialogue in this scene." I would know because I've written the gosh darn sure, no sweat, Native Pride. As I said, I've seen the movie 150 times since we've rebuilt it and redone it. And I'm thinking, so I immediately look to her because I'm looking at the screen saying, I know this scene. And I look to her and she's got headphones on and she's like, so she's not moving her lips. And I'm like, what the, huh? So I look at the other camera after this, I write down the time and I review the footage from both cameras. Both cameras, you can hear the sound of somebody talking clear as a bell. And I'm like, it's only me up here and her down there. No one else in the house. No television.
Oh, wow. That's the best. That's the best.
Put it on YouTube.
Stuff like that.
I mean, and I'm thinking to myself, just think about how many times they're here that you're missing because you're not in the room. I say, I don't give a. Like I said, the only time I review it is when I hear it. Or I figure there's something that's happened. Let's check it out. Otherwise, it's like, you know.
Yeah. We have cameras all over our house too, and unless I'm happen to be looking live, I'll miss stuff. You know, or if I'm looking for something, I'll miss stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But that's the best. It's exciting when you get stuff like that. You don't expect. Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens all the time. I mean, I find stuff when I'm not actively ghost investigating. Why? Because the spirits really don't give a rat's butt if I am or I am not investigating them or not. They're still here regardless.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Like, okay, fine. And it never bothers me. It's like always interesting and curious when stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
You're so used to it. Have you ran 𝒧𝒂𝒏 there? No?
I told Ron to come out here. Now Ron's saying, well, we'll come out in 2025. I'm like going,
next year.
What the
Yvette, Joey's nosy. He likes to stalk me. That's why we have cameras everywhere.
We're going out to London, England. It's like, so? What are you waiting for? Get yourself a cheapo ticket and come out and visit and do a show out here. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't.
That'd be awesome.
Late. Do you know how many spirits? No, I don't know how many spirits there are across over. This cross the line paranormal.
Cross the line. That's our friend James. James.
Hey, James.
He's in Georgia. He's in Georgia.
No, honestly, there's a revolving door at the front door of the house. There's thousands of spirits that we've counted in this house. So
I wanted to ask, do you think it's Sharon Tate? Oh, okay. So do you know, like, obviously you think some of them are Sharon Tate related, right?
Well, I don't think.
What are the prominent ones that you would say are in your home?
Well, we know there's a little girl that's in here. We've nicknamed her Gwendolyn. Aww. There's a Native American that we believe is in here. We believe that some of the victims of the Tate murders visit here. That Rudolph Valentino's spirit's been reported as being seen here by some psychics or some mediums or sensitives, as I like to call them. Lots of other spirits that have nothing to do with anything with the Sharon Tate
They
murders.
just kind of, yeah.
You know,
Do you
again,
think-
as I say,
do you
people
think-
connected to people who have visited the house when they visit.
Yeah. So do you think that, you know, the people that have investigated your home, do you think they had brought anyone in and they just didn't want to leave?
No, I don't think. I think that the spirits around the people that come in here go back with them. They might hang out here for a little, but they always go
And then
back.
go back. Yeah.
Where they're
Yeah.
not assigned to, but where they're hanging out. I mean, that's who they're with, and that's like their buddy. That's why
Right.
I don't believe in hitchhiking ghosts. People say, "Oh, we're going to take somebody home." It's like, no, I don't think so. Not unless you're thinking you're visiting at the haunted mansion. No, it's not likely you're going to get anybody to come home with you because they don't want to go home with you. They're happy where they are here. You know, why would they want to go home with you when they're so pleased to be here to begin and end with?
Right. Yeah.
And that location, like that area, I remember. I kind of want to say there was another house or building that Zach from Ghost Adventures had investigated in that area. I can't remember what.
Sharon Tate house. Was it the Sharon Tate house? Sharon Tate?
No, but there was another one that's very close to that proximity, and it's just that whole hill
What is it
area.
called? The murder house. The murder house? Was it the murder house? No,
But
I don't remember.
I
Yeah,
know that.
Zach has been here 11 years ago. He was here.
Yeah.
That I think. Do you know what name of the Native Americans that were there? And
Yeah, the tonga tribe is up here. Pretty much all of Los Angeles County they occupied for a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 plus years.
And isn't there like a ley line that runs under that too?
No, there's a fault line that runs a defunct fault line that runs up Benedict Canyon. That's earthquake related, but there's no ley lines. And
okay.
but the idea that Skinwalker Ranch and the ley lines is ley bullshit, just pure bullshit. Ley lines mean absolutely positively zip to paranormal. I know that we all have made a lot to do about that stuff. It's mythological horseshit, to be honest with you. Ley lines don't mean nothing. Spirits don't have anything to do with ley lines because that's
I don't know what they'll have.
Type of stuff. There's a ley line. There's a ley line. There's a ley line right between your eyes and up in your ass. You know, as far as I'm concerned, there's no such ley line that matters to a ghost. It's like, with the eclipse affecting your house, why would the eclipse affect a spirit? Why would a full moon affect a spirit? Why would the transition of the alignment of the planets mean anything to a spirit? I mean, seriously, when people make these stories, these statements, I go, really? You really think that? You think that that's going to be the epigee of the spirit activity because that happened? Where's the rationale? Because it's astrology. It's astrology. It's like, so what?
Yeah, I mean,
it's
people. I guess everybody has their own beliefs, and it's whatever they believe. You know,
you can believe anything you want. Ask the spirits. Everybody wants to believe whatever they want to believe. There's one problem they all forgot to ask. Did anyone bother to ask the spirits what the hell they thought? No. Because everybody speaks to the human ego, meaning me, I believe, I, and spirits going, to you. The spirits like, what the hell does that matter to us? You think we're dabbling in Greek astrology? Oh my God, we're in astrology. No, the ghosts are like, yeah, you guys have human egos speak up the wazoo, but we don't care. It's like spirits. People are going, well, why is spirits visiting your house? You know, they died 4 houses down the street from your house. You know, they should be hanging out there. So says
everybody has an opinion. Yeah.
Well, it's not an opinion. It has been brought up on BS in their head, and it's filled to the brim with this idea that, well, I was told that spirits can, when they die a violent death, they're earthbound. It's like, yeah, they're earthbound, and you know what? So are you. You can't get out of your head. You're head bound. Meaning, spirits can do whatever the hell they want. And the idea that Annabelle's in a glass box, I saw this thing at the what's the name of those people? The Warrens Museum. I'm like, You think a glass box could keep a gosh darn spirit inside of it because you said so, or Ed and Lorraine said they're staying inside the box? The spirit's going, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't. Glass, you stupid is. I am pure energy. I can transmute glass and through anything I wish to. I am not bound by any physical properties that you want to assign unto me. I'm like light. Light can penetrate glass and goes right through it, just like a spirit can. There is no such thing as kryptonite to a ghost. Superman has a defense, has a weakness, which is kryptonite. Ghosts don't.
Yeah.
That's the thing that humans don't. And this is the idea. I'm reading through the Bible. Yeah. What do you think? The ghost gives a shit? He's dead. He's not of this earth. Your reading is for your own benefit and your own pleasure and your own belief. But you're thinking it has any effect on a spirit? Maybe in your head it does. In reality, the spirit's like, what the hell do you think I give a rat's ass about that for? I'm a ghost, dimwit. Oh, yeah, and that salt area you put around yourself, you don't think I can cross over it? I can do hopscotch on that salt barrier you put around yourself to protect yourself with. It makes no sense when people speak, but they don't think. You're repeating the shit that was told to you by people before and before. It's like, zombies back there. See a dead person, and then you'll realize zombies are BS to end all end. Because
I feel like sometimes it might help them mentally. If it helps them mentally that it works, then it works. You know what I mean?
It's a crutch.
I think that's
it's a coping. In reality, do you think the ghost is like, oh my God, he's speaking the gosh darn from the Bible. Oh my God, I'm scared.
Yeah.
It blows your mind.
You sounded like Joey on one of my videos.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It just irritates me. I read all this stuff and thinking, you really think ghosts care that you're reading the Bible?
Apparently.
Reading Latin? Let me give you a clue. I had to take Latin for 2 goddamn years in junior high school. I hated it. It was a saying we used to say, Latin is a language, dead as it can be. Latin killed the Romans, and now it's killing me.
That brings me, now that you said that, do you think, what is it? Universal, what was, I can't even think right now. I'm so not here today. Do you think, okay, so it's spirit world, they're from Germany or Asia or whatever. Do you think when we're asking questions, is it a universal language? That's what I wanted to say. Do you think it's a universal language? I want to start asking everybody what they think.
You mean, do I think the spirits can communicate no matter where
what language they speak? Yes.
What do you think? Because some human being that spoke German can't come back as a spirit?
No, I think it's universal. I think it's all universal. I think it's a universal language once you're gone.
What do you mean? Like if they were German and only spoke German,
and I ask them in English,
and for some reason they're here in the United States,
no, not even in the United States. We go to Asia, for example, the suicide forest.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they
would they be able to communicate even though we speak English?
Even though I'm asking a question, do you think they understand me?
Yes, I think they can understand. And here's the other thing. I think I think that the communication is pretty much there. It's just the question of they can understand. It's more, I don't know if it's I guess it has to be universal. I think there's no translation needed. It's
okay.
It's understanding. Sometimes you'll hear their language and understand it. Sometimes you won't. I mean, it depends upon the spirit, I would think.
Yeah, me too.
I guess it was like the Ring, right? He goes, and you go, ah!
Or there's ghost parts like Joey likes to do on investigation.
The Ring.
He talks from the other
realm.
Get us some goddamn hair conditioner for that mop of hers, I swear.
Oh man!
Yeah, can I get you out your haircut and some conditioner?
Oh gosh, hilarious. What
does it say? I never knew what the glass does. In all honesty,
I don't know. I don't know the backstory.
Don't touch the case. I'm like, heaven forbid. It's like Robert.
I've seen people touch that casing.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Maybe they blessed it. Maybe they blessed it, thinking that it's gonna encase the spirit.
I think
I don't know.
I think it's just if it makes a person feel better and it works, it's in your head. Like I really feel like a lot of the activity. Oh my God, I did not even. Oh my God, David. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
That's the sound of me listening to that going, blessed it, blessed my ass. Yeah, we blessed Raggedy Ann with Raggedy Andy.
Yeah. No,
I
really feel like
he gave her a pearl necklace.
I really feel like it's mental too. I think if you manifest it in a way, if you give it its energy, it's going to manifest. So if they feel like once they feel it, yeah, they're like closing that off in their head. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But I just think it's.
I mean, truth is, we don't know. Nobody knows, right? But
No,
it makes
but
it feel.
The thing is, the truth is this: it's all about respect. You have to have respect for the spirits, and if you don't,
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you look at it or you don't look in Robert's eyes, that's
I agree.
Turquoise waistband, person, turquoise.
I don't know what the hell James is. He's writing his phone.
I didn't understand that one. Person,
turquoise wizard. Is that a spell?
I have these having.
What's the spell that they put on the glass?
Haunting angels, a dosage of reality is what I'm having. How about you?
Gotcha.
I'm serious. I mean, I look. I'm like the evangelical that got out of church and realized that there was a lot of hocus pocus going on there, and realized that God called him out for what it is. Because honestly, I was brought up reading about Hans Holzer and the paranormal and stuff, and I totally believed in it. I still do, but I think a lot of that, what I was told and taught as a kid that I learned about the paranormal, turned out to be a lot of hocus pocus ego stuff.
Yeah.
Meaning that, it's great and fine if it works in a glass box, but if you take that theory out of the box and it fails, what's your theory worth?
Right.
Oh, I see. I understand. Cross the line.
Who?
It was supposed to be an emoji wizard.
Oh, that was the wizard. That was the.
Oh, the little
yeah. The person turquoise wizard.
But instead, he wrote it all out because James got time.
Thank you, James, for the definition of the emoji wizard.
I'm not seeing anyone on the comments. Why not?
You're not?
Yes, I see them.
We are.
With a hat.
It's there. Trust me.
Is it that bad?
Native, go to your settings and put all messages instead of top.
Yeah, comments.
Or head over to 305 and watch. Anybody that's not chatting can stay here, but anybody that wants to chat to see everybody that doesn't have to wait for it to pop on the screen, head over to 305.
He's there.
If you want. I'm not telling you what to do. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say was after living here for this many years and applying that plethora of knowledge like gained as a kid and all the things I learned and was told and read about, and I started to apply them to everyday occurrences and stuff, I started to realize that we've gone off the deep end. And what I mean is everything in the paranormal. It's a poltergeist. And my understanding of a poltergeist is something that's really dramatic. And knocking a figurine over to my left is not a poltergeist make. That is not a poltergeist. Moving a chair from one room to the other is not a poltergeist. And what do you mean? It's like a poltergeist, in true real terms, poltergeist translated from German means noisy ghost. Means excessively noisy, really, is what it means. It means over dramatic. It means like something that's so.
It means like Joey, over dramatic.
No, here's an example. I use it all the time as an example. Is Poltergeist, the original movie, when they open the door to Carol Ann's room and that whole tornado of stuff swirling around in the room like it's a whirlwind. That's a poltergeist. Hearing a voice is not a poltergeist. Hearing a voice say something in a curse word, which we've recorded here a number of times, is not a poltergeist. Saying, F you or effing pricks, that's not a poltergeist. That means they're talking in, less than nice language. But I mean, let's be honest, it's not. It's not a poltergeist. most of the stuff that people claim is poltergeist activity isn't not poltergeist activity. Keith Linder, his house up in Seattle, that's got a lot of poltergeist activity. Why? Because it's pronounced, it's dramatic, it's loud, it's aggressive, it's kind of like a spoiled, rotten kid that's not getting acknowledged by his parents.
Right.
So he's acting up. No, the demon. You sound like Yvette. You're starting to sound like Zach Baggins. Sorry.
That's true. Yeah, everybody's throwing out that demon word like crazy. I agree.
Demon, you got hemorrhoids. Those are demons. Okay? Those are the real demons. The real demons aren't coming from the other side.
David, I love you. You're so funny.
Operation H cures all demons. Let me tell you.
Oh shit!
No, I do not have hemorrhoids either.
There's a cream for that. I'm sure.
Like a little dingleberry. They're like little dingleberries.
Somewhere down the road, it's a possibility. But like I said, I don't train that hard.
Oh shit!
Anyways, my point is that no, seriously, it's like Zach said. That whole thing is the unpossessed. It's like what the rarity of the possession is for real. Yeah. 1/1,000,000th to 1/1000,000th to 1%. It's that rare, and the fact that people claim to have that. It's
it's not only Zach. I see a lot of people doing it, and I don't want to. I'm not going to bash anybody if they feel like it's a demon. It's a demon. It's a demon. To them, it's a demon. It's a demon. I guess, right?
Preparation H for all your demons.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But it is annoying to keep hearing the word demon. I hear it all the time.
Again,
I don't hear it. I see it. I'm like, yeah.
It's overused. It's an
for sure.
It's not.
Yeah. But I mean,
demons are people. People are demons. There's where
the living is demons. There's a lot of there's a lot of living demons.
Don't worry about the dead being demons, and don't worry about the dead attacking people. Because listen. There are enough people that are murdered, enough murder victims that have an axe to grind with the sons of bitches and put them in the grave. And I have yet to hear any of those murderers, ever complain about their victims coming back to haunt them. Right. There would be something you could claim to say, there's some fact to that. There's a connection. I haven't seen any of that yet. So
Manson is dead, right? Charles Manson?
I guess not so much of a happy.
The living is demons.
A Native American, tribe.
My ex mother.
I had to read that. That was funny.
Shit, I missed that one. That's funny.
Especially short people. What was that about short people? What?
Short people are demons. He's saying. James is saying.
So somebody he dislikes is a short person.
Billy Party was
demon.
Yeah. No, don't even say that. And 𝗧𝗵𝗀𝗀 might have been, but that's another story.
Clothesline, you're asking for it.
What about what? Clothesline, you're asking for it.
They're fighting in the comments.
Cross the line.
Yeah, let them have their argument. Yeah.
No, she wrote clothing line on purpose. Believe me.
Yeah.
That's to make fun.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's talking about her.
David, you said you were intrigued by the paranormal since you were young. Was there anything specific that happened that started all that?
I just saw a spirit. I think that was pretty clear. I think I saw a spirit. I think I thought the spirit. I sound like what's his face? Like Tweety Bird. I think I saw a titty putty tat. I think I saw a ghost a spirit energy when I was a kid. So it was like, that was probably the first time I'd ever had the experience. It was like ever since that I've been interesting. It's not a fight if we were winning. Oh God, how funny. Oh God, how funny is this shit? Why don't you two get on the phone?
Not a fight if we were winning. That's true.
One of you's got to come down from your cross, use the wood to...
Hey, James, girl power.
James, one of the two of you's got to come down from your cross, use the wood to build a bridge, and get over it.
Ooh.
Christ, two of you.
So are you close to Griffith Park, David? Kind of, sort of? Are you in the back of it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Griffith Park is probably about 4 miles due east of here in the same mountain.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I wonder if some of the spirits, because that park has a lot of stories behind it. I wonder if some of the spirits there or whatever's there spilled into your
I think the whole place has got plenty of spirits. I don't think there's any place in LA that doesn't have spirits.
Yeah, you can go stand on a corner somewhere and investigate.
I just think that Griffith Park has more publicized notoriety. I don't want to say notorious, but there have been some tragedies that happened. Like I said, more publicized things, like the tree that fell down on the two lovers. They're at the picnic table and crushed them.
I heard that was a rumor. I heard that the story has been mixed up or so. I don't know if there's an article that backs it up, or is it just somebody that just made a story and everybody ran with it type thing. I mean, there's probably two lovers, but really, did they really have a tree branch that fell on them? I don't know.
I don't think they were sleeping together. I think they were sitting there talking, and the branch came down and killed them. I think when I say lovers, I mean a couple. I don't mean that they were banging each other's brains out.
Well, I heard I've heard
that was the story I heard, but I don't think that's the case. I think they were talking and hanging out there, and might have been necking, and the tree branch came down and crushed the two of them. That sounds more like it.
I heard they were actually having,
they're screwing each other's brains out, right?
Yeah, because it was like the bench is supposedly secluded, and it's like way up there. I've never been. I want to go up there, but I've never been. But it's a hike to get up there, I heard.
Yeah, stories are stories, but I mean,
yeah, I want to go just to see.
There's no need for bleed over up here. We have plenty of spirits that are in the area right here that
right
by tragic deaths. I mean, you have up the street, you've got the Oman House where he was killed. I say killed because I don't think Superman killed himself. The original from 1954 or 55. I think that was a murder, for lack of better words. And then you've got the Paul Byrne house up the street from here as well, and plenty of other locations right around.
Right.
And again, I'm playing into the stupid myth that, tragic deaths. It's like, it doesn't have to be a tragic death. People die all the time from normal, natural deaths and stuff, and they still come back. I don't believe in this earthbound spirit stuff. I just think that that's something that we've kind of rationalized away, created the story about it. I don't think that that's necessary.
Thank you, Native. Yeah.
I just think, spirits come back because they wish and they want to. They're not earthbound or heaven-bound or hell-bound. Well, it's terrible, hell-bound. That I think that they can go where they want to go, when they want to go, and they do. So, you have people that are visiting all the time.
Yeah.
All over the place,
So do you consider yourself an investigator?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I will definitely give you that short answer because there's no two ways about it. I've seen what investigators. I don't belong to a paranormal investigative team. I don't want to. I've seen it's more like joining a clique. And then you're tied up with that group. And then if you talk to other people in other groups, you're chastised and can be, harangued and harassed and bothered about it. It's like, I live in a haunted house. I don't need to go investigate. I go places all the time, and I find most places are haunted because somebody lived there that's no longer alive that's coming to visit their old hangouts. Be it lived, worked, or did things or was familiar to them. That's just the way it is. It's just that simple.
Do you have any type of abilities? Like, do you feel like you're an empath? Or
I can knit myself a gosh darn hammock in 2 seconds. I can cook myself like this. I can sew. I can stitch. I do windows. So I have abilities. Now, pardon my humor there. Aside that, abilities. God, I can boil an egg without breaking it. Yes. Abilities. God.
No, you don't. So you don't.
I do do voices. That's all. Folks.
Well, not that kind of ability, but
what do you call that?
Tranquility.
You can't say it either.
Yeah, ventriloquist.
There you go.
Ventriloquist. What do you say, asshole? Oh yeah, get out of here.
He's doing it. Yeah, Jen is too.
What?
Jen is too. She's a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I thought we were doing it. We were on live and I'm watching it back and I hear a voice and I'm like, did you guys hear that? And it was fucking Jen.
No, but I tell you, I'm like,
her mouth didn't.
And doing
her
that,
mouth didn't
okay?
move.
Who needs to hear you moaning and groaning in the background?
Do you hear something moaning and groaning?
No, you said she was fucking, so she was being a fucking ventriloquist. Is that like a regular ventriloquist? It's like a fucking guitar. I play the fucking guitar. He goes, is anything like the Spanish guitar?
Because I said the fucking word. He's like, oh, she's fucking.
No, I said she's a fucking ventriloquist. Oh, really? She's fucking and doing ventriloquist. Oh, good.
I get it.
No.
David is fucking me up.
That's a fucking ventriloquist, isn't it?
No, she's not a fucking ventriloquist. She's a ventriloquist. I take the fucking part back. Okay?
Take the fucking, go and take the fucking.
I take it back, Jen. You're not a fucking ventriloquist.
Train has derailed.
I can't even fucking pronounce it.
My virgin ears. Yes, your virgin. Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Her
Okay.
virgin ears. I bet not. Nothing with me because I see me as on the side of
This
comments.
live is not made for children.
Oh my God! Yes, this is not for children. You better believe this is not for children. I from what ears? I from what ears? That's interesting. What is I from what ears?
It was supposed to say laugh my ass off. What
You're
you?
doing.
I from what ears? And I was going to laugh my ass off. Okay. Very interesting. Well, yeah. Be right back. Sorry, this is depressing. What is depressing?
Oh, Jesse, I'm sorry. Is it depressing?
What?
No,
What?
I think YouTube is. He can't see anything. Something's wrong with his YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'm like so off the comments.
This is YouTube. This isn't YouTube. The Oman House is haunted.
This is
it's OMAN. I'm not Damien. You don't
Oh man, he's not. Oh man.
OMAN. Oh man.
What was that? Was it a clip on your thing, David, where you had? He had somebody on his thing and they said, "Oh man." He's like, "It's not oh man."
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Y'all done ran Jesse off, LOL. We did not run off Jesse. I'll go get my mask if you want me to run Jesse off. I'll wear a mask the rest of the show. Still mask. You want me to?
No.
Okay, LOL. I don't want to get off for our podcast. Well, don't get off. Just watch the podcast.
I think she had one, but she doesn't want to leave.
Oh, she has her own podcast to do. Or he
I
does.
think she's going on live with somebody. She don't want to go.
Who?
Oh.
Yvette.
Can the haunting angels investigate? Sure. You know, I'd be happy to let you guys investigate. Obviously, it's not free. I don't. If I made it for free, I'd have too many people just barging in the freaking front door. So obviously, there's an entrance fee, but sure, you could. Much better than.
Do you cook for everybody who goes to your house?
Oh yeah.
And I know you like to cook.
So what?
So I know
Do
you
you
like
throw
to
in
cook.
dinner?
One at a time. One. Say it again.
Repeat it.
OB?
Yeah.
So I said, do you still feed people when they investigate your house?
You mean, do I do the barbecue ghost hunts?
No, I heard.
You've heard, yes, we have done barbecue ghost hunts here before. I haven't.
No, I heard that whenever somebody goes and investigate, you cook them dinner. I don't know if that's true. That's just rumors. I'm just saying, don't kill the messenger. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Before you ask the question, did you think to ask the question about how that sounded before you asked the question?
Do you feed people?
Do I feed
I mean,
people?
God damn it.
I eat people. I'm a cannibal, okay? I'm sorry. I made that. I think they translated that incorrectly. I eat people that come here to investigate that. I don't feed people. I feed on people who come and investigate the house. Yes, that's right.
It's the previous investigators you save for the next investigators.
Exactly.
Once somebody comes, they never leave.
They never leave. No. No, I've had barbecue ghost hunts here before. We've done those before, and then we've done the regular ghost hunts. Do I feed? No, I generally don't feed the people that come to ghost hunt at the house. What do I look like? A restaurant, bar, and grill? And a ghost
I don't know.
I'm not the Gwen Tavern Inn. No, I don't have a restaurant where you can go and get yourself a bite to eat and then go. Did you guys hear something like?
I thought I heard a thump.
I heard something.
Yeah, that's what I was reacting to because I was looking to see what it was. And
I heard talking, but I don't know if it was coming from your guys' side. But I heard some talking.
What I heard was a thump, and it sounded like it was behind your speaker, wherever your speaker is, in the direction. Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing there. Nothing.
No, you're not crazy because the two of us heard it.
I heard something in the back.
Yeah, that's the spirits chiming in, I guess.
Hey, do you think like? Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't have to, but is there like a moment that scared you maybe the most while you were there? Like anything that like was just like I don't like that, or nothing negative like that.
No, not really. There's been stuff that's happened. It's kind of like going, that's interesting and strange, but no. The answer across the line is there a minimum height requirement? This isn't like going to Six Flags or Disneyland where you have to be this tall to ride the ride. Are you kidding me? No. There is a minimum age requirement. You got to be alive.
Yeah, you're right.
David.
You know.
Somebody said check if that figurine has fallen. That noise you heard? No, it hasn't. Okay.
And it sounded more like
it's
the other
the
direction.
Other way.
Yeah.
I did hear talking, but I don't know if it was again. I don't know if it was on your side.
Who's
Either one of
talking?
your sides. No, when you heard that thump right after I heard like muffled talking. So I don't know if it just came from one of your guys' house or was it just
Figurines have not fallen. Excuse me.
yeah.
Yes, you can.
David, so I wanted to ask you, you had thrown out 2 videos on July 17, 2020 during COVID. And one of them was about the friend that was coming to visit before he moved to Georgia.
John Doherty.
John.
Yes, John Doherty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as clear as day, and that's why I was going to tell you, it's amazing well, not amazing, but it's awesome that you have multiple cameras there because it was caught on different cameras. Hey, John, clear as day.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was one of the best disembodied voices that I've heard. Not our own that we've heard in locations. I thought that was amazing. And then the other thing that I thought was cool too. So you were showing. This is a different video. You were showing someone paranormal equipment and how it works, and they were together with a female guest. And the very first camera that was shown, you see like her reaction, but you don't see it. It was when it switched to camera 2 that you can see it clear as day. The hair was being pulled on the right side.
Yeah.
Amazing captures. I mean, it's one thing to hear the person tell you, "Hey, I got my hair pulled," but then when you actually see it, what is your reaction at that point? It's like, "Oh man, I got it."
Glad that I had the cameras up. That's
Yeah, what a guy.
Definitely, man.
seriously,
Wow.
because in December we had the Orange County Ghosts and Legends were here doing an event, and at the dining room table, a half-full can of Dr. Pepper slid across the table 6 inches, then turned to the right 4 inches, and then traveled another 6 inches on its own, and the cameras weren't working. So to say the least that I was pissed off is an understatement. I was furious that the cameras weren't working because that would have been a great opportunity to have some real wild video of something happening.
Oh yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, that's happened to us a couple of times. Yeah.
But was it when your camera's working, then it stopped working in that moment, or was it just that? Were they just down?
they were down. I basically had to change my the software system that I was using for the closed circuit television system that I was working with, and I had been out of service with them for about 6 months, so we didn't have the system. But I finally got a new setup, and I, buckled down and spent another couple $1,000s on new cameras that were all in the same, I guess, same brand, so they would all interface correctly with the new NVR system that I had to buy. That was another couple $1,000s, but all in all, it's it's, to me, it's not a matter of financial remuneration, but as far as the content that I've recorded since I've had the system up and running for the past 5 months, 4 months, it's more than paid for itself.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yes, it's still downstairs at the 3rd level. No, not really. As a matter of fact, because it doesn't flicker anymore down there like it had during those events that we recorded down there on the 3rd floor. So, and no more water out of the ceiling either. As we're sitting here talking, I'm looking over this.
Is there more water?
No more water.
No
more water.
That's good.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well,
Strange.
that is strange, but it's good. So hopefully it doesn't, it's not. See, I'm always a skeptic before a believer. So I'll try to debunk everything before I say it's, supernatural. But yeah. Do you have any questions for us, David? Do you have any? I mean,
I'm your guest.
Are you curious about anything?
You have the right to not ask a single question.
David, so Dr. Taft still will not go to your home, right?
Yeah.
That's still a thing. I mean, to me, that's interesting with the experience that man has, and then now a friend of ours, Ron, saying that was the most active location. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the most courageous person when it comes to flying, but yeah, we might have to take a trip to go see our new friend David Oman at his house.
Well, if you do, we'll obviously have to do a live broadcast here from the house as well.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Then
Yeah.
you could write the whole thing off as a business expense. You came out here, you did a podcast, you shot a video here, and it's a write-off.
Yeah.
That's it. Taking things. Yeah, that'd be dope.
We gotta start getting paid first.
I would know.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll do the trip. I don't care.
Hey, Vet, if you wanna come down with us, we'll do it. We'll do it. The more the merrier.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, and make sure you guys check out his movie. It's only $3.99, right, David? $3.99.
Yeah, $3.99 for
I'm watching it. So far, it's pretty good. So,
please support him. House at the End of the Drive. He also has a book as well, Ghosts of Cielo Drive. Dave, I think you have the book. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, do you know the new neighbors that live in her house?
The house was torn down 30 years ago. The property was rebuilt, and there's the man that produced Full House is the person who lives there now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is he friendly? No.
Probably as a cactus on a hot sunny day.
Yeah. Well, maybe you guys can exchange stories or something. I don't know. Yeah. So it goes Sharon Tate's house, and then another house, and then yours.
Let's see if I can show a picture of the way it looks.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah. You did say you had pictures. Yeah.
Yes, I show and tell. This is an old photo, but this will give you an idea. Let's see where Sharon Tate's is right here. No, right here, dumbass.
Okay.
This is Sharon Tate's. I'm calling myself dumbass. This is where we are right now.
Literally right down.
3 houses down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the 4th house.
You didn't live there when the murders happened, right?
No,
obviously there was no house.
I lived right here on this side, on this block.
Yeah.
1969. No, I wasn't living here in 1969. I was living over in Bel Air.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You didn't break, did it?
No, it didn't break. It's just
okay.
the phone. the landline up here at the house. But yeah, no, I wasn't living here at the time. I was over at my parents' house. If I can show you some pictures of what it looked like there at the, here we go. This is the end of the drive back in the day.
Oh, wow.
That's Stephen Parent's car that you're looking at, the white Rambler.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You can see you can see Jay's Porsche and Abigail's Firebird in the background right there.
Wow. That's crazy.
And this is inside. This is a close to the shot.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is.
Such a big location.
That was in her house, right? That was a rental?
That was a rental, yeah.
That was a rental.
This is actually a good shot. Let me see, right. This is where we are right now, where I live. Try to get this thing. There we go. This is where right here. So there are the two houses, and you can see the Tate house at this end over here. That was the Tate house there. This is the end of the driveway here. Boy, am I terrible at this shit. Trying to see. Let's see.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So to our left is where her house is, which would be to your right.
Right there, you see it's right up against that wood.
There's the car. There's one of the bodies back there. There's another shot of it there.
Oh,
That's a close-up of. You can see how big of the property was.
Wow.
Back. And up here's where the swimming pool was, and the guest house.
And she wasn't targeted, right? I don't think she was targeted, was she?
Well, she
No,
was
I don't
targeted
think
in
so.
the sense that Manson wanted to murder them. Yes, he knew that she was living there.
Oh.
There we go. And then in the backyard over here, you can see that's one of the bodies right there.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the backyard, it's either Abigail or 𝗧𝒂𝒏. What's this? Oh, this is the driveway. This will give you a better idea. This is where we are right now, is right here. And you can see that's the driveway leading up to the gate, all the way here.
Oh, wow. So it looks like a longer driveway.
It's about 0.2 of a mile going all the way up to the end.
What is that remake, the movie? I seen the remake of it. I didn't like it too much.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it wasn't a great movie.
And this is the house under construction, my house under construction, right here.
Wow.
David,
Wow.
where's the room that when you walk in, literally the mountain is inside of the room?
Well, in this photograph,
towards the bottom corner there, right?
This is where it is now.
Got it.
But during the construction, that's where it would have been.
Got it.
So that's how far down the hill it is to get to that spot. That's called the earthen wall room, where the house is exposed to the hillside. As a matter of fact, here's a
Okay.
shot. You can actually see there's the driveway. Right about there. There it is. That's the earthen wall room.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So do you still have the 3 neighbors, or is anybody living there, or is?
Oh no, the house. This house right here is under total remodel. There's now a house here next door to us on the property. That's right here. So I guess we're here, and then there's a house right here now.
Okay.
This one's under remodel, extensive remodel as we speak. Ooh, there we go.
Has your neighbors mentioned anything about any hauntings or anything? Do you talk to any of them?
No, I don't talk to them. They generally don't discuss stuff like that with me.
Yeah. Some people are closed off to it. That's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be
Do
cool
you
though,
think
like
they
you
get
have a little
activity?
block party of investigation, you know?
Yeah, I think you're dreaming.
That would be really cool.
You've heard the song "The Impossible Dream." You're singing it.
Do you feel that they would get activity though? Yeah, right. I mean, I don't see why not. Maybe they're scared of talk about it.
Maybe
I feel like-
we have to leave that topic off the do not discuss list. That's,
Yeah.
I can't discuss.
Oh,
I didn't even discuss that in passing in closed circles even. I wouldn't even consider that. No, I wouldn't. Not on your life.
Yeah, some people just don't even want to be bothered with
Yes.
that. Oh,
You said that and you said a mouthful with that. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Some people couldn't give a rat's ass, as the old saying goes.
I think people just, they see stuff, not your neighbors, but just anybody that's a skeptic. I think that stuff happens, but they brush it off so they don't put their mind there because they freak out. They're scared.
And I think they don't care. I think in general,
Yeah,
I think
that's probably
really
true.
care less is really what it is.
My neighbor's one of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that goes for my neighbors as well. I don't think they care less, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they're scared. I think they're scared. All right. Well, we're coming up on an hour and 20 minutes. I just want to say thank you to everyone. By the way, invite Brad Pitt if you're going to exercise the house.
How am I going to invite Brad Pitt? Do you know him? Invite
You're
him.
David Ullman. Tell him to say, hey, Brad, you like ghosts? Come check it out.
I got some major pool right here, guys. Oh man.
I can just see that. Yes, I'm David Ullman. Yeah, who the fuck is that? That's what I'd like to know.
He just might want to go due to the confidence that you have just to even approach him about it.
Well, he and I actually had a mutual friend that was a very good friend of mine and apparently a very good friend of his from long ago who passed away. That was a psychic who was back from New Jersey, and he was. He says, "Yeah, Brad, you and Brad would hit it off well." He used to say. And the guy's name was Ronnie Bard, and he was big in Japan. He was doing stuff in Japan and stuff. And I said, I really should introduce you to Brad. It's like, yeah, okay. It's always nice to know somebody else and meet somebody else that's famous. Sure, why not? But Ronnie passed away a few years. Like, God damn, it was like 10 years ago now. He passed away. Maybe a few years, maybe 8 years ago now. But I would love to have, make the acquaintance. But like I said, if I ever did, I'd say, Ronnie Bard said that you and I would meet and talk. He said that we'd hit it off as friends. So, he would know who Ronnie is if I ever said Ron Bard. He goes, how do you know Ron? He says, Ron and I were friends. Ron used to kind of hang out here and stuff. I actually first saw his untimely passing. I saw him. Well, he was in the theater room watching the movie, and Ronnie was a heavy set kind of a character. He would be in the sofa chair and he'd be like snoring away watching the movie, and I'm like, Ron, the movie's on, wake up, come on, wake up, because he was like, I'm sorry, I worked late last night. This is how Ronnie used to talk. He goes, yeah, I was up till like 3 a.m. talking to Japan, because the hours are so crazy with us, halfway across the globe. So I'm like, all right, Ron, and I saw in my head that he was going to die in his sleep. And a couple months later, after I had that dream, I got word that he had a heart attack in his sleep and died in his sleep.
Oh, dang. Wow.
So, like I said, if I ever did meet Brad, I'd say we have a common friend, mutual friend of ours. I said, Ron Bard, see the expression of his face, it'd be funny to see, like, how do you know Ron? How do you know that I knew Ron? It's like, because I knew Ron, and Ron told me about your friendship. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Well, maybe, you never know. Maybe you'll have that opportunity. And we'll see Brad Pitt on David Ullman's Live.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It wouldn't exactly be the first celebrity that I've made friends with or had an acquaintance with. Since I lived here, I've made, had quite a few celebrity guests here. As a matter of fact, since I got the book in front of me, I don't want to misquote. Like we've had Sylvester Stallone, we've had Rob and Dan Gronkowski, we've had the 9 Chilean coal miners visit. the ones who were buried underground. You remember that a few years ago. Had Lindsay Lohan visit.
Oh wow.
You know, Bridget Marquardt, Kesha, Lance Henriksen, Robert Kovacic. You know, just a lot of different people. I don't hate to sit there and name drop because it's just who gives a shit. So stupid. I hate doing that. God, that's the biggest ass, thing to do. Man, I'm hunting angels. I'm reading the comments now. I really don't want to go, but must. Good night, Yvette. Hope to see you here sometime.
Oh, Yvette's going. She's gonna pack her bags and
Yeah, she's on her way here right now.
That's why she left.
So for anybody that wants to investigate your house, how do they get in contact with you? Do you want to?
𝐻𝐸𝐺𝐷.com. You can, send me a message there. We do private investigations when people want to rent the house out for a group of their friends and stuff, and bring a psychic in, can bring in some investigators in as well. We've got right here. It's very funny. But that's really probably the best place to go. And of course, the omanhouse.com and houseattheendofthedrive.com. And of course, ghostsofcielodrive.com.
You got you, Jesse. I got you.
That's where you get the ghostsofcielodrive.com.
Perfect.
Back in stock.
Thank you, Dan. Dan,
text, he just
Thanks,
put
Dan.
the link. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Dan.
Please support our guests, guys. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you very much for that, Dan. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And we'll come out and do a show out here. That'd be fun.
That would be really fun.
That
would be really
great.
cool. Yeah. I wish 305 didn't live across the damn US.
Yeah,
I'm your neighbor,
Miami,
David.
Florida.
Yeah, I'm your neighbor. I live close to you, but 305.
305 is down here. Trying not to die of the heat over here.
Yeah.
The humidity too. God, you're in hurricane.
That's
brutal.
It was so bad this week.
Literally, when we see the temperature, it'll say, "Oh, it's 94," but it feels like 110.
Yeah.
The humidity is so blistering bad, huh?
Oh yeah. It's
I was doing some yard work yesterday, as a matter of fact, for an hour and a half. I came out and I had a sunburn.
Oh Jesus!
I was only out there for an hour and a half.
Gotta come to California.
It'll be quick.
You didn't even think about it. Yeah, and he's like,
Hey, Cherokee, nice to meet you. What's that one? YouTube.com/.
That's you. Dad,
It's your
Dad,
YouTube page.
Yeah, he links it on the comments so people can-
David Oman. No question. Yeah, everything else. Yeah, you can just go youtube.com/David Oman without the @
Yeah, it'll take you there. If people hit the link, it goes right to it.
It goes
All right.
and
right
everybody
there.
follow.
Subscribe to
Yeah,
my channel, please.
everybody follow each other on. Let's make this a paranormal thing. Everybody in the chat, follow each other. Link your stuff. Yeah, let's support each other. That's what it's about.
This is the greatest way you can show unity, guys. Please
Limestone, Jesse have been
follow,
awesome.
subscribe to David Oman, JJ
Yeah.
Paranormal, Joy, and Joey. I believe now.
We're hilarious.
Real Paranormal. Everybody you see here, Haunting Angels, Cross the Line, Black Smoke Paranormal.
Oman is
Dantex just
OMAN.
Native Tribe Paranormal.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's Omen with an A, not an E.
Don't forget to subscribe
No
to
Omen.
no omen, like bad
Damon's here,
man.
Damien. Yes, Daddy. What do you want?
I'm trying to get that so many times.
Dad, I'm talking on the phone. All right, don't growl. Jeez, such a nitty wit demon. So unruly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's.
We're
coming.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're coming up on an hour and a half, so we will
David,
go ahead and
stay.
close.
Don't leave just yet. For the folks, we're gonna do something right after the show ends. For the folks, please, just watch us next week. Next week we have
Joy, who do we have next week?
We have Jim, the Shadow Seeker, I think his name, Jim Grimm. I don't know what he goes on Instagram anymore. Super cool dude. I think he's actually been to your house, David, with
I wouldn't doubt it.
yeah, with Ghost Club Paranormal. I think, yeah.
So many
I think-
people have been to
Oh
this.
yes.
yeah. I think he's one of them that have been to
Ghost
your,
Club. They haven't been here in a while. I remember.
yeah.
That.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think he's been there. But yeah, so we're gonna have him on next week. Super stoked to talk to him. But yeah,
Cameraman.
Yeah, and then don't forget, it's gonna be at 3:00.
3. Oh yes, thank you.
3:00
Thank you,
Eastern.
Joey.
No, 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 Eastern.
Definitely not
Yeah.
3 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
So,
No, guys,
6
please.
o'clock Eastern.
Please no.
3:00.
Yeah. And again, don't forget to check out his movie House at the End of the Drive. It's only $3.99.
There's a skeleton in the corner out there.
I see it in the chair or something.
Yeah, in the chair.
Outside.
He wanted a little camera time. I said, okay.
Aww, you should have put him right next to you.
He's
New time next week.
Yeah,
Thank you, Dan. Tex. Appreciate you.
he should have been on the right side of you
Yeah.
as an aesthetic.
That would have been great.
Yeah. Who's
Michael?
Michael?
They're talking. I was afraid that might happen.
Michael.
Mr.
Who's Michael?
Bones.
Michael Hanna? Is he in here? No,
No. I don't know who.
I don't know who Michael is.
It's in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh.
Yes, Mandy and Jade from Ghost Club.
Oh yeah.
That's who we're referring to. Yes.
And I think Barrier Beyond was with them that time too.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
beyond look with him, right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Nazi and Victor, yes.
Yeah.
Well, folks, check us out. New time next week. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Days out there, everybody. And
Gosh.
Sorry.
Good. I knew it was a comment thing. I wasn't even.
Oh God.
and on that note,
Yeah.
deuces.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Good night,
Stay
everybody.
here. Oh,
Happy Mother. Oh wait.
Wait.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
That's the Oman. No,
Oman.
Omen.
That's the old man.
Oman.
That's the old man.
That's the Oman. Yeah, Oman. Oman.
Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day. Happy Mama's Day. Happy day. Happy.
Where was that on your bingo card, guys? Mother's Day, skeleton face.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Oman House.
Do you have a word of advice for the viewers?
Don't get old.
Anyway, all right, guys, have a good night. We will see you next week at 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas
Oh,
out
man.
there.
Everybody and David, stick around. We're gonna do a picture real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
Wait.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes,
We sent you messages. You didn't reply.
Happy Mother's Day, Whit.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for joining, guys.